to another installment of Outside the Ring.
Can Raw please get good?
No.
No. Oh, okay. All right. Why do we do this? Why do we even do this show then?
We get a paycheck.
No, we don't.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you about that.
Wait. Whoa. No. Don't you jump into those. What are you okay, never mind.
I don't get paid either.
We do this out of the goodness of our heart for our people.
Thank you. How much guys again? Jason.
Hey!
Yeah, baby! I don't have any of your checks. Murphy.
Your neighbors hate
We don't
you.
get paid.
Your neighbors hate you.
Alongside the one, the only, Troy, Raw sucks. There's no Miz, although I do know where the Miz is.
I know where he is now, too.
Marine 3, suck it. Troy Austin. Don't call him Troy Austin. We haven't done this in a while.
That just clicked with me like 2 or 3 days ago that he's off filming the Marine 3.
Yeah,
and I felt stupid when I finally realized it.
Yeah, I forgot to. So our apologies.
Yeah.
Although we were just pissed because he wasn't on the show.
Exactly.
And he's actually somewhat entertaining.
Exactly.
Unlike the rest of Raw right now. But we'll get to Raw. We got to get our shameless plugs out of the way.
Oh,
That's
of course.
the most important damn thing anyway. Facebook, it's Outside the Ring. Twitter, Outside the Ring with the number 1. And then our email.
OutsideTheRing316@gmail.com.
That's right. Subscribe. We need your subscribers. How are we doing on the subscriber front? Is it up, down, about the same?
It's about steady. I mean, we're not like spiking up in views. We're not losing any though.
Well, that's good.
And
people actually still give a crap.
Yeah, and I forgive me for this, but I have like no headlines. I'm going through them right now on the website we go to, and like none of them are worth a damn.
Okay, well, I mean, really, there wasn't. I looked at NoDQ.com today, and before I just do my timer headline thing that I normally do and shout like an idiot, all my neighbors are looking at me over here. I don't even need to do that because, I'm looking at it right now on my iPad. Boring.
Yeah.
Nothing.
There's one that says that Sonny is looking for a job back with WWE. And Perry Saturn discusses his drug abuse in WWE. That's, a sign that Perry Saturn is still alive.
Right. It's almost like, headlines, there's not much. It's just wrestling has been...
it's just been dead.
Okay, so the pay-per-view last Sunday, now I didn't watch it. I was watching the basketball game.
I watched a little bit of it.
Okay.
It was honestly good, but I mean, it was. Would
you have paid $50?
No. No
exactly.
way in hell would I have. I mean, it was. I would have paid maybe $20.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't great, but it was better than the crap we're getting on Raw. If that gives you any indication.
I thought it was almost like a bigger version of a 3-hour Raw. That's what it reminded me.
Well, all Raws are going to be 3 hours here in the next few weeks.
I know. That scares me. We're going to get to that, too.
Yeah.
But I looked at the card. There was about 3 or 4 matches that were never announced. They look like they just threw them on there.
Hey, WWE is infamous for that.
I know, and they're getting worse with it. But,
yeah.
I mean, you got guys like Hunico on there.
Hunico and Sin Cara, and I will say that was
the 15th time, by the way.
It was a good match, but yeah, it's like Dolph Ziggler and Kofi Kingston. It's getting old.
Exactly.
I mean, yes,
it would have been good if you saw it once or twice.
Hunico is one of the few guys in the company that can wrestle the same pace of a match as Sin Cara and makes it good. But there's only so many times you can put those same two guys together. It's either Hunico and Sin Cara or Camacho and Sin Cara. There's only so many times we can see that.
And somebody out here that's a wrestling fan. He actually started listening to our show. He made a good point, and he said, here's the thing. Sin Cara has really had no feuds since he's been with the company.
No,
think about that.
He had the feud with the other Sin Cara, which was Hunico, and that was it.
Okay, that was it. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if they're trying to build this up, like these 15 or so matches as a feud, but you kind of need a story behind it all. I mean, we know the story of the Sin Cara versus Sin Cara thing, but that doesn't have any bearing on what we're seeing now.
I will say one thing about the pay-per-view. The one thing that did make me kind of smile was it seems to me, and I could be totally wrong, it seems to me that they're actually starting to give a crap about their tag team division.
They are.
I could just be totally wrong, and
yeah, but
I love the what are they called? The primetime
players. Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. Now I like Darren Young.
Them.
I like Darren Young.
Yeah.
He's not terrible, but Titus O'Neil is just so stiff in the ring.
He kind of reminds me of Big Zeke.
He does. Where has he been?
Though, I think.
Where has he been?
I'm going to say he's making a movie too, but I doubt it.
Oh God! Is it anything like
the?
Is it anything like my movie, brother?
Just, no,
anything like my movie? Come on.
Yeah, he's chilling in the back. He's eating Skittles in the back or something, drinking pop.
It's fruity. Oh my God, they're fruity.
Here's the thing. I thought that, from what I heard, that match was cool. They're starting to give a crap. And who knows, maybe Titus O'Neil will start improving a little bit.
Hopefully. I mean, they're good as a tag team, but you can tell that Darren. Yeah, but you could tell that Darren does most of the work there.
Oh, yeah.
Titus will come in, hit a few big power moves, and then tag Darren right back in.
Well, it's almost like, look at guys like the Legion of Doom. I mean, they're huge,
Yeah.
But although those guys were both big.
Yeah.
But their gimmick, I like their gimmick, and I love the fact that Abraham Washington is now their manager. I think that No.
He's not Abraham Washington. He's AW. That's what they announced him as.
My fault. AW. The only thing I don't like about those cats is their pink tights.
Yeah.
I don't know if
that's like the same thing.
All shop at the same place.
It's
I don't
like
know.
the same thing with me and Damian Sandow, who's on SmackDown. He's got like purple trunks, like yellow knee pads and pink boots. Really? I mean, he's supposed to be like this sophisticated like philanthropist.
But with all that said, the tag team division is starting to get somewhat watchable.
It is, and that is almost like unheard of.
Yeah,
because they've not given a crap about their tag team division for so long.
I mean, they need to get guys. I'd rather see, honestly, the primetime players be the champs other than Kofi and R-Truth.
Yeah, because Kofi and R-Truth, again, was one of those teams that wasn't really established. They just kind of threw them together.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if they can get some more teams in there, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
The rest of the pay-per-view, it was, Sheamus from what I heard, Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler match was okay.
Sheamus and Dolph was really good.
They've had better matches on Raw and SmackDown.
They have, but simply because the title was on the line and it was, that atmosphere. Yeah, it was just that little bit more.
Yeah. But, overall, like you said, you might have paid $20 at the most.
Yeah. Nothing like spectacular, nothing too bad, though.
I look at the card, and I honestly, when I see guys like Hunico, and even the guys that were involved in that tag team match, hell, Tyson Kidd back on pay-per-view later.
Yeah.
Those guys have not been used in a long time.
Exactly.
And you're starting to see the issue that we talked about last week. Guys are hurt. Guys are suspended. Jericho, you suck, Brazil, or whatever the hell he did in the country of Brazil. You have Randy Orton, smoking marijuana with Evan Bourne.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of guys that are just gone right now, and their talent is down big time.
Yeah, that honestly is one of the major contributing factors of why the show sucks.
I think we got to remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been downplaying Raw a lot, but we got to remember the guys that are out. There are some big names right now that are not wrestling. They're just, it's huge, But Jericho's supposed to come back next week, thank God.
Hopefully.
And I'm hoping and praying, and this might just be me, I don't know, I'd like to see Jericho return as a face.
I would too, but he has, like I've said before on our other shows, Jericho has said that if he has it his way, he will not be a face ever again. He just loves playing the heel.
Me. I know. I think he's a great heel or a face. I just think his heel run.
What I say is, okay, Jericho wants to come back as a face or as a heel, fine. When Miz comes back, bring him back as a face.
Yes, there you go. Have that feud, that would be a good feud anyway.
Yes.
And there's another guy, you mentioned Miz. I mean, Miz is gone. I mean, there's a lot of talented guys
that are just
not wrestling.
Gone, yeah.
They're gone.
And I mean, you know how I feel about this guy, but Rey Mysterio, I mean, yes, he can go, but where the hell is he?
Yeah, and that's another big loss. I mean, well, sort of big. He's kind of semi-big.
Well, he's gotten bigger over the years. I'll say that.
It's a guy that's established, and he's not there.
Exactly.
I mean, Del Rio gets hurt every other day, it seems. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
He slips on a banana peel, it seems. I mean, I'm not making fun of Alberto, but it seems like he's always gone. And then thank God he didn't get seriously hurt.
Stiff breeze blows the wrong way, and he's out for another week.
I get it's almost seriously, it's ridiculous. The one good thing I am so excited for is Dolph Ziggler.
Yes,
they're
finally letting him go.
As he says, about damn time.
Exactly.
I mean, he says that now all the time. He's getting pops. He's getting a face check. I mean, Sheamus is pretty over.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty over.
Yeah.
And Sheamus was getting booed with Dolph Ziggler when he was wrestling Dolph Ziggler at the pay-per-view.
Again, I think it's just that people are tired of seeing the same people in the title picture. I mean, granted, this is Sheamus's third title reign? I mean, it's not it's not like he is like
John Cena.
Exactly. But, I mean, they just want to see somebody new like Dolph. Well, Dolph isn't even really new because he technically was the World Heavyweight Champion for all of about, 5 minutes, if that?
Yeah, and then Edge beat him, man. I don't even think I don't even really count that.
Yeah, some people say they won't count it.
In the record book.
But, I mean, Michael Cole keeps saying on Raw that the record books say that Dolph was champion. So if that's any indication, that's what we got to go by. I mean, yeah.
But
let's use Michael Cole.
So pumped. I mean, the guy is getting. Here's the thing. He's such a great heel, but he is getting cheered. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like when Rock and Stone Cold were heels, and then they started just. They were so damn entertaining, you had no other choice but to turn them face.
Yeah.
Because the crowd determines it.
Yeah.
And
the crowd just won't let them be heel. Which is why I think that there is a possible Daniel Bryan face turn coming, because the crowd is all over him.
Yeah. I was just going to say, Daniel Bryan is getting massive face chants.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I mean, that stuff, Vince just has to do it. But the funny thing is, when you got a guy like Cena who is getting absolutely massive, just booed every week now, we've been talking about it, and Vince doesn't change them.
But you'll
think that he's going to change it?
You'll have the random cheers. Sometimes you'll get a Cena crowd in some towns.
We were in one in Dayton.
Yeah,
I mean,
God.
we were the only people that hated Cena, apparently.
That's what it seemed like. And I mean, I remember sitting there and, Cena came out. I started booing and having a few choice words that I will not mention here. I said them out loud, and the lady in front of me kind of looked back at me like, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah,
it's not what's wrong with me; it's what's wrong with Cena.
And I know you've had issues with this guy, but Zack Ryder, I mean, for the love of God,
he's
the
over.
The whole show, Troy, he's over. The whole show,
he wasn't even.
The crowd wanted Ryder.
He wasn't even on screen in his hometown.
No. And I think Zach has got to be a little bit pissed at this.
I would be too. I mean, no, I personally don't like Ryder, but again, this is one of the things where
over.
The crowd determines it. The crowd likes Ryder, even though I don't. The crowd likes them.
Yep.
Vince
and
just needs to.
And be fair, he's not that bad of a worker.
He's not.
I don't think he's that
but
bad.
Vince is almost afraid to pull the trigger. It's almost like the whole thing with Cena, and the love triangle with him and Eve. That was almost like a tryout for.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and Zach, I think he does good in merchandise sales.
Oh,
hell,
yeah.
I know he does good.
He's got to be in the top 7 to
with
10.
Punk and Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand what the deal is with that. If I'm a wrestling promoter, man, I give the crowd what they want. Hey, you want
Exactly.
Ryder? I'm going to show you Ryder on Raw. You want Ziggler as a face? I'm going to turn face until, whatever.
Even if Ryder was in just a small feud that opens the show for however many odd weeks.
Hey, I've said it before, and I know you agree with me on this. There is not a damn reason in the world he should not be U.S. champion.
No.
Why not? Not world champion.
Again, this is me putting my bias, not being biased here. I don't like him, but yes, he is a solid contender for the United States Championship. He's even a solid contender for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, and here's the thing. The guy that's the U.S. champion right now is absolutely desecrating that belt.
It's a joke. It was a joke when he... It was a joke when he won it on...
You've told me in the past that Santino actually is not that bad.
Yeah, when they're not using him as a pure joke character.
Right, that's the problem. That's the issue. The unibrow and...
He shaved that. He doesn't have that anymore. The stupid Cobra sock. All that is a new age Mr. Socko.
Yes,
and when we went to Raw, they were selling those things for $15 a pop.
Yeah, people are dumb. It's almost to the point now where it's not funny anymore.
No.
The tuxedo match at No Way Out, what I heard was appalling.
I didn't even watch that. I heard.
I don't blame you.
It was either Justin Roberts or the ring announcer say this is a tuxedo match, and I right there tuned out because I knew who it was going to be. Again, that was one of those unannounced matches, unless they announced it on SmackDown, which neither of us really watch.
Right. It's to the point where wrestling, I think when we start getting these guys back that mean something.
Yeah.
Jericho, Orton, Miz, but do something different with these guys. Even if you got to turn Randy heel again.
Yeah.
Turn Miz face, turn Jericho face.
Actually, speaking of Orton, one of the headlines that I actually did kind of skim over was that WWE is actually still pushing Orton, even when he's suspended. Really? So all these things about...
Like when he comes back.
Yeah.
And they should. The rumors that Vince is going to fire Randy, I don't see that happening. He's a money guy. And I thought you said it on our Facebook or Twitter page. Hey, do you listen to the pop he gets when he comes out?
Yeah. Yeah, here's the actual article that I saw. Due to the depth issue with WWE's roster, which we were just talking about, not that many guys that you can do much with, Randy Orton will continue to be pushed near the top when he returns from his suspension. Orton has been vocally frustrated in the sense that he believes that he is better as a heel. So there you go. WWE feels that they need one top babyface to anchor the live events, and they are trying to get Sheamus there, but aren't sure if he's ready yet, which is why Orton is still a babyface. Orton is also frustrated because officials took his punt kick away from him, which was done because of the concussion issues.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I like the punt kick.
Exactly.
That's just me. It was different.
But yeah, basically what we just talked about in like the last 10 minutes is exactly what was here in this article. First of all, the depth issues with the roster.
Why are we creative? We should be under creative.
Exactly. The depth issues in the roster. There's not that many guys you can do anything with. Orton believes that he's better as a heel. He was better when he was, the Legend Killer, the Viper, all that.
Yep. When he had his gimmick, when he was doing the evil deeds to Triple H's family.
When he was RKOing Hulk Hogan on the trunk of a car.
Oh, it was great. It was awesome. The Legend Killer gimmick was what really got Randy.
Exactly. I mean, the man RKO'd his own father.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. And you can do that. I mean, there's a lot of kids now that like Randy, but here's the thing, and I'm going to say this right now. I just said it. There's a bunch of kids that like Randy, and if they turn him heel, do not tell me that they can't turn good old Two Shoes John Cena heel.
Exactly.
In my opinion, I'd say, Randy, I know you want to be a heel, but we got something really cooking. We're going to turn John Cena heel, and you're going to maybe. I know we've seen the feud before, but this time switcheroo. With Orton being the face, Cena being the heel. At least until Sheamus is ready to be that real top guy. Because I don't think he's there yet.
Yeah,
he's on his way.
He's getting there. He's definitely getting there.
He's getting there.
And if they do it right, Daniel Bryan could get there too.
Yeah.
Because like we said, the crowd is so behind him.
Oh, yeah. And CM Punk, you still got Punk.
Oh, yeah.
I heard rumors that they were going to turn Punk heel.
We've got Punk, who we're not really using that much, who isn't the focus of the show.
When has CM Punk had a live interview? I mean, when's the last time he's been on a mic?
He had, you mean in the ring?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I know he does backstage stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that, like any really memorable ones.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Basically, you're asking when's the last time he dropped a pipe bomb?
Yep, pipe bomb.
I really couldn't tell you.
Exactly. That's a problem. You got the best talker in the world, and you're not using him on the mic.
Exactly.
That's what. That's like telling Michael Jordan to go play baseball. Oh wait.
Yeah, that didn't work out. Like tell Michael Jordan to go play soccer.
Point taken. Yes, exactly. That just doesn't work. You got a guy that's so good on the microphone, and you write him scripts. Basically, you could tell half the backstage promos this guy's delivering right now is basically scripted hand-by-hand writing from the so-called creative team. Because when Punk's on the mic, my God, just type in Summer of Punk 2011. See what he just recently did for your company.
Jeez.
And then the whole Cena Big Show thing. I guess the only good thing about John Cena winning was now Laurinaitis
is
love
gone.
Of God, hopefully is gone. You reported something last week.
Yeah, they're going to apparently put him as like an advisor to the board of directors.
Basically, he's still on TV.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good. I don't know what to do. It's almost to the point where...
Well, the one good thing that came out of, and you told me about this last week, because I didn't know about it, is that Johnny is no longer the actual vice president of talent relations, which means he's not going to make stupid decisions and fire people that don't need to or deserve to be fired.
Correct. He is not.
Triple H is in charge of the talent, and Triple H knows what the hell he's doing.
Triple H is actually some of the guys, and this might be on ODQ.com as well. He is making a push to bring Dean Ambrose up to the main roster.
Dean Ambrose should already be on the main roster.
Yes, and I think that might be why Foley is back on TV. I think
it said there was actually something here about Dean Ambrose and Foley. Foley and Ambrose clear the air. Mick Foley posted the following last night after the SmackDown tapings about Dean Ambrose. Quote, finally had a talk with @the Dean Ambrose, unique type of cat. We'll probably never exchange holiday cards, but it was a very good to clear the air. Ambrose didn't reply, but the tweet did post the following. Ambrose didn't reply to that tweet, but did post the following late last night. It hurt to talk today. Again, my voice gives out all the time. I'm not sure why.
Well, I think that guy should be on the main roster. I'd like to see a feud between them.
Go on YouTube and look up the stuff from FCW with Ambrose and William Regal.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
It's good stuff. And there's a guy that can work. There's a guy that can talk.
Honestly, if they bring Dean Ambrose to the main roster, you've got your number 2 on the mic right there.
Yep.
Punk being 1, Ambrose being 2.
Jericho probably being
3.
Yep. I'm all for it. I just think they got to start doing something different. That's the key. I want to see Miz as a face. I think his heel thing kind of went too far for a while. I think he's a good heel, but it's just like Randy. Randy's face, it went too far. Let's switch it up. Let's switch up everything. You know what I mean? The brand extension. We don't need it anymore. Throw it in the trash.
It's basically gone anyway.
Yes, it's just not being said. You know, here's the thing too. For the I mean, this is going to kind of get me excited. The 1,000th episode of Raw. This is going to be huge because they're bringing in possibly The Rock, Stone Cold.
Yeah.
You know, DX is coming back. They're bringing in all their heavy guns. This is going to be a big thing. I want to see a new set. I want to see a new stage. I want to see a new ring.
I want to see a new
logo,
belt.
New belt. You name it. Let's switch it up.
Let's
Get
just
rid of the brand extension on that.
Revamp the entire company.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not saying fire everybody and then rehire all that. I'm just revamp.
Nickelback's open.
Revamp the aesthetics of it all, the visual, all that.
Yep.
Redo all of the belts. New stage, like you said, new stage, new ring, new announcers table.
Don't have as many belts.
Exactly.
Hey,
yeah.
We got 4 belts. Suck it.
bring back the cruiserweight title, which they've already contemplated doing.
Here, world belt, intercontinental. U.S. doesn't mean anything, so we'll go world, intercontinental, tag team, cruiserweight, divas. Done.
There you go. That is all you need.
Why not?
And if you want to get froggy, just because of the nostalgia purpose, bring back the hardcore title.
Sure.
And you don't need all the blood and all that. I mean, that was
it's still hilarious.
That was an era gone by.
24/7.
Oh yeah.
You know who should have that belt? Santino.
Yeah. There you go.
Instead of having a major championship like the U.S., the hardcore was always comedy, like with Crash Holly.
They did try to make
Italian restaurant.
They did try to make the hardcore kind of serious when Steve Blackman got a hold of it.
Or like Undertaker had it for a while.
Yeah.
It was just raping people.
But I mean, honestly, that belt, it was just basically so they could just act a fool.
Yeah, it was the hardcore battle royal at WrestleMania 2000.
Was that the one with Crash Holly? He went in, lost it, and then changed hands 20 times.
20 new champions.
And Crash wound up having it in the end anyway.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. Why not? Because I'll tell you what, and people might disagree with me, but I'll tell you what, and I'm going to watch it now. It's Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. You're probably listening to this on Friday.
You're going to watch Impact, aren't you?
Damn right I am. Because I'm telling you right now, it is getting slowly, very slowly, but surely, Troy, I'm not playing with you. It's getting better.
Oh, no. I know. I watched it last week.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I really want to think one of the contributing factors is because Russo is gone.
Yes, Hogan is there, but he's not in a creative role. That's what I
he
wanted.
Is purely on TV.
He's a GM.
He's purely playing the figure of power.
That's it. Sting. Let's focus on the older guys. Here's the only old guys in the company right now. Hogan, he's just a general manager. I'm totally fine with that. As long as he don't get in the ring, I'm cool. Kurt Angle, I guess we could call him older, but the good thing about Kurt is he can still
go. Yep.
Sting. They are not using Sting as much. Here and there, they have him fight Bobby Roode, but if you notice, he's not the champion.
Yep.
Bobby Roode's the champ. You go through that talent roster, and it's not bad, and they don't charge a buttload of money for a pay-per-view.
Exactly.
And again, I think, I could be wrong, I think, and you might have to check this out, Destination X is the next pay-per-view.
I think.
If it is, I might order that. I'm telling you, last year, I don't remember, I think we did talk about it. The X Division was just an X Division pay-per-view. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Actually, I think that was 2 years ago.
Okay. It was the best pay-per-view they put out all year. It was wrestling at its finest. I mean, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe. The matches, dude, were unbelievable.
Yep.
Now, if they can just keep it up, I mean, the thing is with TNA right now, they're doing. I'm cool with them going live as long as it's Thursdays. Don't go up against Raw.
Yes. No. Do not. No.
Stay on Thursdays. Like right now, they're on from 8 till 10. I'm fine with that because you can't read the spoilers. And if you want to watch wrestling, it's there. And the best thing, Troy, about it, honest to God, it's getting better. But the big thing is, it's not this PG garbage. It's more for us. It's more for adults.
Yeah.
It is.
And I mean, some people will say, "Oh, you're saying for for being adults, it's got to have blood and all that." No, it doesn't.
Nope.
And Destination X is the next pay-per-view. It's July 8th.
There you go. I'm telling you right now, I think they charge $30 at the most, and that's with HD.
Yeah.
So if you have an HD TV, I'm telling everybody, I'm not working for TNA, and I'm not trying to produce them or something like that. I am just telling the truth. The show, and we've been critics of TNA big time.
Yeah. We have been so critical of TNA because it was just so bad for the longest time.
You hit the nail on the head. Vince Russo is not there, and all of a sudden, the product has gotten better. The wrestling is there. I mean, there's some things I don't like. I don't like Brooke Hogan on the show.
No.
But the cool thing about their women's division is those ladies can go.
Those ladies can wrestle. They're not afraid. They're not afraid to get hurt. They're not afraid to take risks. They're not divas.
No, they're not. And this is what we need. We need TNA to be that company.
Exactly.
We need TNA to be better.
We need TNA to pose a threat to Vince.
Yes.
That way.
Hogan was on Twitter this morning talking about how he thinks Austin Aries should be a world champion. I'm all for that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yes.
If Hogan's giving little teasers about maybe them pushing Austin Aries, I'm going to watch it even more.
Oh, yeah. But, again, like I said, TNA needs to pose a threat to Vince, so that'll put the boot up Vince's ass to actually do something.
I mean, the one good thing about Hogan being there is the fact that he helped build WWE with Vince. The best thing that they got with Hogan is he knows Vince's every single move.
He can read Vince like a book.
Sure. Hogan's going to bring in the eyeballs of the people that don't watch TNA.
Yeah.
Because, Hulk Hogan's on there. I want to see what Hogan's been up to.
Yeah.
Then they say, oh, my God, this wrestling kicks WWE's ass right now, which it does.
It does.
The last two Impacts, whether people want to admit it or not, we're not TNA fanboys. We call a strike, a ball, a ball.
Exactly.
We hold no punches. Hell, I mean, if you listen to the show, we bash both.
Oh, yeah. TNA a little bit more because, like I said, it was just that bad for a period of time.
We're going to give credit when credit's due. And the last 2 weeks, I have rather watched TNA. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'd rather watch Hogan's ass at 70 years old come down there and do a promo than watch Johnny Ace botch a 15-second promo. Sorry.
And one thing that could make TNA just a little bit better, re-sign Matt Morgan.
Oh, they need to bad.
I don't know why they haven't. Yeah, if he gets away and jumps to WWE, hopefully Vince will use him right after, he has proven himself in TNA.
Yes. Although Vince doesn't know what TNA is, he doesn't consider him I think he knows Hogan's there.
Yeah, that's about it.
Hogan and Kurt are there, and that's it.
TNA, is that the one where Hogan and Flair are? Oh, no, Flair's not there.
No, Flair is not there anymore. Woo! Hopefully he's on his way to WWE to give Dolph a hand.
Oh,
that's
God,
what we need
that
next.
would be great.
I think it might happen. You're starting to see that whole thing start, kind of,
And it was on Monday. It was on Raw.
Yep.
Vicky finally said, because Dolph and Swagger were bickering back and forth, she says, it's time to end it. We're going to do a match at the pay-per-view to see who I am going to represent full time.
Yep.
And the other person is basically out on their ass. I'm hoping.
Dolph beat Ziggler on Raw. Was that? That's what I don't understand. I think that was the match.
No,
I could be wrong, but they fought on Raw. And
I
Ziggler
thought
won, but I don't know if that means anything.
It could have been. I don't know. I was kind of fading in and out on Raw.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
If this match hasn't happened yet, this is about the only time I will. This is the only time that I want Ziggler to lose.
Well, I could tell you for a fact, Ziggler and Swagger had a match on Raw. They went to the ring. They had a match. Ziggler won. Clean.
Yeah.
Clean. Fans were cheering crazy. This is what was interesting. After the match, Vicky goes up to Ziggler and gives him a big wet one. I mean, she smooched him. Ziggler kind of looked at her kind of weird, kind of smirked, and they both left Swagger just laying in the ring. Now, I don't know what that means. Is it still... Is something might happen here. There's something... I still like the whole scenario. Hey, Vicky, I just upgraded.
Yeah.
Hit Flair's music. Boom, you're done. I mean, that's how you set that up.
Yeah.
Hey, I got the best world champion of all time. If I'm going to be a real player, I need the guy... that basically led Triple H to, 4 or 5 titles.
Yeah, if I'm going to be a contender, I need to have somebody that knows how to contend. Yeah,
you don't need to have a Flair package put together. Rick's coming back. Rick,
don't know. Spring it on us. For the love of God, do something that shocks us for once.
Yeah, not Vader.
Oh, God. Although Vader could, he was still pretty decent.
Yeah, Vader's not. Hey, I'll tell you what, Vader's better than half some of the other guys. I'd rather watch Vader than Santino.
Yeah, and also, speaking of Vader, and he had that match with Heath Slater, why are they putting Heath Slater on TV?
Ugh.
Like, 2 weeks in a row. He got squashed by Vader, and then he got whopped upside the head by Cyndi Lauper on Raw.
Oh, that segment. People are saying it's the worst of all time. I'm not going to go that far.
No, it ain't. No.
Cyndi Lauper looked like she was a little bit, I'm going to say drunk.
She did. Honestly, to me, and I told my buddies this when I saw it, for 58 years old, she still looks pretty good. I mean, she's 58 years old. Yes.
Oh, God bless.
I had to Wikipedia that. But yeah, she definitely did look a little altered in the mind.
I mean, it was cool seeing Piper and all that. It's always good to see Piper.
And it's always good to see Heath Slater.
Bringing back, Foley's there, Piper. Who are we going to get next week?
Yeah, because they're doing the every week leading up to the 1,000th episode is going to be a blast from the past.
And I like that.
I do too.
So hopefully, Stone Cold or Rock will come back.
If they do come back,
if
they do that, that's going to be on the 1,000th.
Yeah. So all together, we had a good show today. We talked TNA, we talked wrestling,
even without the headlines.
Yeah, without the headlines. Yes. So I have one question for you. What are we going out to?
Hell, I don't know. What do you want to go out to? I've picked for the past few weeks. You pick something. Doesn't even have to be a wrestling song.
I'll tell you what. We've never done this before. This is a first, I think, for our show. This is a first. We've talked a lot of TNA today. Let's go out to, I think, the best wrestler in TNA. Let's go out to AJ Styles. Get ready to fly. That's right. Get ready to fly.
Get ready to
AJ Styles. Why not?
AJ Styles, styling and profiling.
So we'll see what happens next week. Hopefully we get a better Raw. I'm telling you, watch TNA tonight. Never know.
Well, this will be up after TNA, but if you did watch TNA, good for you.
Yes, I'm TiVoing it right now. I don't care. It's going to be good. The wrestling's good. I don't know what matches there are tonight, but I can only imagine.
But honestly, one thing they need to do in TNA is get rid of Jeff Hardy. I'm sick and tired of seeing him. And since we've already hit the music, we'll reserve that for next week's show to talk about his painted up mug.
I'm the one, the only, Jason. Yeah, baby, I don't do crack like Jeff Hardy. Alongside the one, the only. Now we know where Miz is. He's a happy man. Troy, Stone Cold.
I'm just hoping this movie's good.
Don't count on it. Austin.
I mean, the Marine 1 was bleh. 2 was eh.
Yeah, we'll see. Twitter was, Twitter, Outside the Ring #1. Facebook, Twitter, Outside the Ring. Our email.
You get your things straight. Outside the Ring 316 at gmail.com.
We will see you Hogan style, next week, Outside the Ring.
Deuces.